Now that you've got your brand new Chromebook, we're going to take a look at some of the accessibility tools that are available to help you with your reading, your writing, and your schoolwork. We're going to click on the Time menu down in the bottom right corner, and we're looking for a little button that looks like a little Lego person for accessibility. So just click on the button. You'll see a big list of tools that you can activate just by clicking on them. So for example, this one's called Select to Speak. When I turned it on, you can see a check mark appeared beside it. When I turn it off, the check mark disappears. Now for some of the tools, when I turn them on, I'll get an extra button on the bottom of my screen. Select to Speak is a reading tool. So if I'm reading about my polar bears, all I have to do is click the button that appeared, and I draw a box on the screen for the text that I'd like it to read to me. And when I let go of my mouse, it will read the text for me. It even comes with its own remote control, so I can control pausing, playing, skipping, the speed, and I can of course turn it off when I need to. If you want to get a different look at your article or whatever you're looking at on your screen, you can use color inversion, which is kind of cool. You can use docked magnifier, which turns the top part of my screen into a jumbotron. I can see everything that's super tiny on my screen in an extra large zoomed in view. It's also helpful for reading. I can use automatic clicks. This has a whole menu at the bottom. If you have trouble clicking and dragging, for example, there's a button here where I don't have to do any clicking. I can just stop my mouse, and then as I slide it across my screen, it clicks and drags for me. Now, as long as automatic clicks is on, it's going to keep clicking as soon as I stop my mouse. So if you don't want it to do that, once you've done what you need to do, it's probably best to turn it off. I've got an on-screen keyboard, which gives me a keyboard button at the bottom. So if I was working in Google Docs, I could click the keyboard button, and I could use this with my touch screen to do some typing. I could also use the scribble feature and use my touch screen as a piece of paper and my finger as a pencil. So I can practice my printing. When I'm done, I can click the check mark. I could even add emojis. When I'm done, I click the little keyboard. And if I'm not using on-screen keyboard, I'm probably going to want to turn that off until I need it again. If I scroll down the page, right now I have large mouse cursor turned on. So if you want a mouse that's going to stand out or just be easier to see, you can give that a click. And you can also click on highlight mouse cursor. So when I move my mouse around now, it gives me a little target. And if I stop moving, the target disappears. Sticky keys at the very bottom will help you if it's hard for you to hold two keys down at the same time, maybe Control C and Control V, for example, to cut and paste. With sticky keys, you can just press Control and then press C, and you don't have to hold any keys down. Mono audio is great, so that if you're listening to something where the sound switches from left speaker to right speaker to left speaker to right speaker, it just balances it out so it sounds a little bit smoother and more even. And finally, we're going to look at a tool called dictation. This is a little microphone tool that you can use to speak, and it types for you. So you've got a little microphone button here on the bottom. This one will already be turned on when you get your Chromebook. So if I'm writing a story, I just click the microphone button. Yesterday I went to the zoo. And I click the microphone when I'm done speaking, and it does all the typing for me. Those are the accessibility tools that are available on your Chromebook. I hope you're able to check them out. Enjoy.